Hello everyone, welcome to H&S Automotive and thank you for taking an interest in this 2016 Mazda 3. So in this video we'll be doing a walkthrough of this vehicle. I'll point out any imperfections the vehicle has and then we'll also go over some of the major features and functions of the vehicle. Now before we get started, we would like to point out that we purchased this vehicle from an insurance company. This vehicle has some damage over here on the front driver's side. It had hit a deer, so we replaced the front bumper cover as well as this headlight as well. There was a little bit of damage over here on the hood, but nothing that warranted replacement of the hood or anything like that. And then we do have the old bumper cover sitting right over here. Now it was some sort of animal because we can see, hair sticking out of there, so most likely a deer. But as you guys can see, it was nothing too extensive. None of the airbags were deployed. There was no structural damage or anything like that, so it was mostly just the bumper cover as well as the headlight over there on the driver's side. All right, now that we got that out of the way, we'll get started with our walkthrough. Like I said, this front bumper cover has been replaced. The grille was not replaced, so the grille was not damaged. Unfortunately, it is missing the front emblem right over here. But like I said, this headlight was replaced, and then there was no damage to this driver's side fender as well. And then just kind of taking a look at the panel gaps. Panel gaps do match up on both sides. Now this panel gap does have a little imperfection because of this damage right up here on the hood. Just kind of moving on, taking a look at the driver's side fender. Now I'm just looking for any dents or scratches that you guys might notice. Just needs to get some residue over here, nothing crazy. But I don't see any dents or scratches on the front driver's side fender. Taking a look at the driver's side door. Seems to be nice and clean. Paint is nice and glossy as well. Now let's kind of zoom out for a little bit, and then checking out the rear door. Seems nice and clean. Now we will be replacing this hubcap. I believe the hubcap fell off or something. It wasn't securely on there, but most likely all 4 hubcaps will get replaced since you can't buy a single one. So, and then just kind of checking out the driver's side rear quarter panel. Now we do have an imperfection right over here. It's a nice deep scratch right here. And then we do have a few minor scratches on this plastic bumper cover right over here. Just kind of checking out the rear. The rest of the bumper cover seems to be in good condition. I guess a little imperfection right over here. And then this is very common on these vehicles. Whenever you're taking stuff in and out of the vehicle, it does tend to scuff off the bumper right there. And then just kind of taking a look at the trunk lid. Now we do have a backup camera right over here. And then trunk lid for the most part is nice and clean. And then just kind of taking a look at the passenger side. Passenger side quarter panel seems to be in good condition. We do have a little imperfection right over here. It's a little rust bubble. And then the rest of the quarter panel is clean. And then taking a look at the rear door. I do see a small little dent right over here. Nothing crazy, but it is there. And then the passenger side front door seems to be in good condition. And then checking out the rockers as well. Rockers are nice and clean, no issues there. And then this fender also seems to be, it does have a small dent. It's very minor right there, but it is there nonetheless, right over there. And then an imperfection right over here. Now some of these things that I'm pointing out are just normal wear and tear, but we do like to show you guys regardless. From here, we'll check out the interior, starting with the driver's door. Now, this vehicle does have power windows as well as power door locks and then power mirrors as well. And then just kind of getting an overview of the interior. Overall, vehicle is very clean. Go ahead and unlock it. And then this is the rear seating area. So from here, we will climb inside and start the engine. Now this vehicle is a manual transmission and it is a push button start. So once you have the key inside, you just press on the clutch and then push the start button right over here. Starts off nice and smooth. All right, so checking out the instrument cluster. As you guys can see, this vehicle does have a 150 almost 151,000 miles on the odometer. Now this vehicle does have a tire pressure monitoring light on. Sometimes it goes away, but it sometimes comes back again. So we'll reset that, see how it is. But other than that, there are no other warning lights on in the dash. This blue light is just to tell you that the engine is still cold. So once the engine is warmed up, that blue light goes away. And then this is just a parking brake light because I do have the parking brake applied right now. So that goes away once you take the parking brake off. All right, so checking out the steering wheel of the vehicle, we do have some cruise controls on the right side of the steering wheel to turn it on or off, and then accelerate or decelerate is just done from these switches right over here. And then on the left side, we have some audio controls for the vehicle. This vehicle is equipped with Bluetooth, so you can answer and disconnect your phone right from these switches right down here. And then volume adjustment, and then other adjustments right there. I'll turn the light on. And then just kind of checking out the dashboard. Dash is nice and clean. No issues, no rips or tears or cracks or anything like that. Now checking out the screen, it's going to be a little bit hard to point out, but Mazda's in this area, there is an imperfection on the screen. Not sure if the camera's picking it up. It's a little bit right over here. So the screen does have a little bit of an imperfection, but it operates without any issues. So as you guys can see, there's no issues in terms of reading the screen or anything like that. So, but there's a minor imperfection right there. And then below that, we do have the climate control vents with the hazard switch right in the middle. And then beneath that, we have our climate controls. So fan speed, as well as, so fan speed's in the middle, temperature control is on the left side, and then vent controls are on the right. So very self-explanatory there. And then we do have a storage cubby right down here. And then I believe there are 2 USB connectivities and then a SD card insert right there as well. All right, now as I mentioned before, the vehicle is a manual and it is a 6-speed manual. And then right over here is the little remote to operate your screen right in the middle there. And then the home button just kind of takes you home, and then it's all pretty self-explanatory there. And then you do have the volume control right there as well. And then right over here, we do have cup holders and then an armrest, which doubles as storage cubby. There's already a few receipts in there. And then just kind of checking out the passenger side seat. Nice and clean, no rips or tears. And then we do have the glove box with the warranty books in it as well. Awesome. So from here, we will climb outside of the vehicle. And just gonna climb in the rear. Show you guys a view from the back. This vehicle does seat 5. And then here is the view from the rear. Now, as you guys can tell, the vehicle is currently running, nice and smooth running engine. But from here, we'll take a closer look in the engine compartment. All right, so as you guys can see, we're in the engine compartment for the vehicle. From here, I'll just kind of be quiet for a second, let you guys take a listen. So as you guys can tell, nice and smooth running engine, no odd noises or vibrations. This is a 2.0 liter, made it to a 6-speed manual transmission. And this is the Skyactiv engine. So these are very good on gas. And this vehicle does have a timing chain and not a timing belt. So from here, we'll take a look at the undercarriage. As you guys can see, we got the vehicle on the left. From here, we'll be checking out the undercarriage. I'll start from the front, work my way towards the back, starting with the front passenger side suspension. So right here, we've got the CV boot. CV boot is not ripped or torn. Now, if this was ripped or torn, we would see grease all over the place and it'd just be a mess down here. But as you can see, there's no grease. And then everything else is properly mounted and secured. We've got the sway bar links as well as the control arms. Everything is properly mounted and secured. And then same story over here on the driver's side as well. CV boot's not ripped or torn and everything is nice and secured. And then right over here above my head is going to be the engine and transmission. I'll try to snake my phone right in there to show you guys. Zoom out a little bit. All right, so right over here, we got the engine oil pan. Now, as you guys can see, there are no oil drips or anything like that. It is nice and clean down here. And then I'll try to snake the phone right there as well. No transmission leaks either. So nice and dry. all around. These little covers do make it a little bit hard to see, but we'll work around them. Just kind of moving on towards the middle of the vehicle. This is our view from the rear. So once again, all the suspension components are mounted and secured on both sides. And then we do have the lower control arms, so the bushings are not ripped or torn either. So in good condition on both sides. And then we do have this engine cradle or front subframe. Other than just minor surface rust, there are no corrosion issues. And then right over here, we got the fuel lines as well as the brake lines running towards the rear of the vehicle. There's no corrosion issues there either. And then right over here, we got the exhaust for the vehicle. Nice and solid, no issues. And no cracks in the pipe either. And then right here is the structural portion of the vehicle. So as you can see, no corrosion issues, still has the factory coating on it. And then all the heat shields are in place. And just kind of checking out the rocker panel on the driver's side. Nice and clean, nice and solid. No corrosion issues whatsoever. And then same goes on the passenger side as well. Nice and solid. Awesome. And then here's the structural portion on the passenger side. All the exhaust hangers are in place. And then just kind of moving towards the back, checking out the rear suspension area. Rear suspension is much more simple since this vehicle is a front wheel drive. The springs are not broken or torn, and then the sway bar links are also in place right over here. And then the shocks are not leaking on either side. So if they were leaking, you'd see like oil residue and all that stuff, but nice and dry. And then these are your lower control arms for the rear. No corrosion issues, everything's properly mounted and secured. And then this is your rear subframe as well. So same story here. No major corrosion issues or anything like that. And then this is the rear muffler, and then dual exhaust coming out both sides. And this is a much better view of the tires on this vehicle. So plenty of tread left for many more miles to come. They're not worn unevenly or anything like that. And then right up here, we've got our rear bumper reinforcement. So nice and clean. Alrighty, so working our way back towards the front. Once again, taking a look at the tires. So that was the undercarriage portion of this vehicle. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to ask, and we'll be happy to get those answered for you. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye-bye.